Comcast is getting ready to dump $2 billion into their new streaming service called Peacock. Stay tuned and I'll explain what this new service is, what it's all about, and when you can expect seeing it on your cable. Hey there, how you doing? My name is Jacob Billett. I'm the CEO of Billett Enterprises, and welcome back to my channel. So today is Tuesday, so this is when I cover trending topics. That's why this segment's called Trending Tuesday. I am experimenting with a new green screen here, and so it may be a little choppy here, just starting out, but again, the channel's a work in progress. I've only been on for a few months. And so, obviously, any feedback from my nearly 900 subscribers now, I'd greatly appreciate it. But again, you're here to learn about Comcast's Peacock service that they are coming out with. So I'm going to give you all the details here. But first, I would definitely want to give a huge shout out to this week's sponsor, and that is Pull My Pork Barbecue. Pull My Pork Barbecue is located out of Casper, Wyoming. Not only does he have a website, pullmyporkbarbecue.com, but you can also take a look at his YouTube channel if you just go in there and if you search Pull My Pork Barbecue, or if you click in the description, it will go over to his channel. He's an excellent barbecue pit master. He has some amazing content with tutorials and how-tos. He sells, different types of accessory and equipment, and actually walks you through everything on his YouTube channel. The production quality is really, really great. So go over and take a look at Pull My Pork Barbecue. Does an amazing job on YouTube and is a great supporter of this channel. And again, thank you so much, man, for all you've done for me coming up on YouTube. All right, so Peacock, right? Well, Comcast is actually dumping $2 billion into its Peacock streaming service because streaming is all the rave, right? It's what everybody's doing. I mean, Disney Plus just launched. I'll go ahead and link my video on Disney Plus, and you'll see it up on one of these sides up here. But anyways, so they're coming in, they're trying to compete with this. So I'm actually going to show you an article from Variety.com that's going to kind of outline what is going on with this. And they have a 5-year profitability model on this new streaming service, but the streaming service is advertising based, and a lot of people are really shying away from advertising, even though in the article the CEO actually says that they polled 80% of viewers would be open for advertising for your services. But I know, like Hulu and all that, they've had a hard time with that because people are tired of being hit with ads all the time, especially if it's a pay for service. For example, you're paying for Comcast now, and so when you go to this other model, when you go to this Peacock service, you're going to be hit with ads with that as well. But they are saying there's going to be some different pricing models on Peacock. So let's go ahead and run through the article and hit some of the key points on today's Trending Tuesday segment. And so anyways, this is from Variety.com, right? So it's saying that Comcast is going to spend $2 billion on their streaming service. Now, it's saying that the launch date for this is going to be about around April, right? April of 2020 is when they're projecting that they're going to launch with this service. Matter of fact, it says right here, it's slated to launch April in 2020, right? And so this $2 billion investment, so for you Comcast shareholders out there, they're expected to dump about $2 billion into this project between 2020 and 2021, right? And it says right here that they're not projecting profitability for the first 5 years. So this is going to be a 5-year turnaround project. Now they're saying that they're expecting the biggest win. They're expecting the biggest thing. God damn it. With Peacock is that the advertising model is relative to the other combatants in the streaming wars. Because again, I mean, you've got You've got Netflix, you've got Amazon, you've got Walmart that's wanting to enter the streaming service. You've got Disney Plus that's come in with their massive acquisitions for streaming service, and now Comcast is wanting to come in with their streaming. And I know I've left a couple of streaming services out. There's a bunch of Roku is another one. There's a bunch of streaming services out there, so it's really, really, really competitive. And Comcast has been losing some of their cable market to people that are going over to stream because it's far less expensive. A lot of stuff is on demand. Cable is a very outdated model now, and so cable's really trying to compete with the streaming services that are just coming in and taking huge amount of market share from traditional cable and from traditional satellite, right? So they're really, really pumped up about that. They're saying, this is a special opportunity, and that there is underserved segments when it comes to premium content and VOD content. And here's what I was talking about earlier. So consumer demands is there. I mean, they're saying that for the pay SVOD, video on demand, premium video on demand, says that their research has shown that 80% of consumers are interested in watching a premium video on demand service that has a reasonable amount of ads. Now again, a reasonable amount of ads to us as consumers is extremely different than reasonable amount of ads when it comes to their side. I mean, a lot of people are getting sick and tired of being just hammered with ads everywhere you go. Online, on mobile, robocalls, your text advertisements, advertisements on TV, especially if you're paying for. It's crazy because my grandfather back in the day said that when you used to pay for services like cable or whichever, back in the day, these premium services, you wouldn't have advertisements because you're already paying the service to get, to get that cable. And so since you're a paid client, they wouldn't be bombarding you with commercials like they do nowadays. So again, a lot of people are paying a little bit of extra money, especially with like Hulu, right, to get ad free. So it goes, it's reasonable to think that Comcast is going to be offering that ad-free service for an additional premium. But then again, you're already paying for Comcast, so now Comcast is going to be charging you more for a streaming service if you're already a Comcast consumer. But however, if you are already a Comcast, you can still get these streaming services, but you have ads. And so one of the big things why I feel that like Disney Plus and Netflix has on other streaming services is that you can get the service and not pay for ads. You're not hit with ads at all. So you have a low price point, and matter of fact, with Disney Plus, you can get Hulu with Disney Plus, which is really cool, right? So again, I mean, Disney, in my opinion, is doing it right. Netflix is starting to lose some market, so they're starting to come out with their Netflix originals and stuff like that to try to spruce up content because their content can get stagnant. But then again, look at Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime doesn't smash you with ads, and it's a fairly low cost streaming service. So this is where I think that Comcast. Yeah, I mean, these guys are big CEOs. I'm a CEO of a company, but my company's much smaller than Comcast. But I think this is going to be a hurdle for Comcast to get clients, to actually go in and penetrate and take a respectable share of the market. I think this is going to be difficult for them. Anyways, so they have their scheduled meeting January 16th, 2020. That's going to be an investor meeting. So they're going to outline all the plans for Peacock. They're going to come up and have a workable model for investors to get on board with this, because this is a pretty big venture. I mean, this is $2 billion, and not just that, but it's not like, streaming's the Wild West right now. We have some major players in streaming service right now, so they've got to be careful, or this could really turn up on their heads. Anyway, so Kavanaugh writes, which is the guy who's leading the project here, said that their number one priority will be to continue driving growth with broadband business, which is called the Center of the Plate Services. And the operator broadband biz is on track to generate $26 billion in revenue this year and add as much as $2 billion in incremental revenue in 2020. So it's no secret that Comcast brings in a ton of money, and they do have good service, not good customer service. From what I've heard from major reports, including my own experience with Comcast customer service, but their products are really good. For example, their Xfinity products are outstanding products. They really are. I've had Xfinity products when I was in California, and they were, nobody touched them when it came to speed of broadband connection. So they do have something good working for them, and they're making a crap ton of money hand over fist, which obviously, if you're an investor in the company, that's something that you really, really enjoy. However, again, things can change really easy. Matter of fact, you can see my video that I did on Sprint for last Trending Tuesday. They monopolized this the cell networks back in the day. They had it. They had everything. Now they're looking at either merger with T-Mobile or bankruptcy. So leadership plays a huge role. And so, anyway, so they did a bunch of changing. They did a bunch of changing internal when it comes to the executive level of Peacock. So that's kind of inner business drama that I'm not really worried about. And they're talking about, matter of fact, Peacock is actually going to be streaming Office, which is leaving Netflix. So it looks like Comcast is going to do whatever they can to acquire new content and exclusive content for the streaming service. Again, Netflix, in my opinion, is kind of on a downhill trend right now. You can actually see that reflected in share price and everything. And a lot of people are exploiting Netflix kind of stagnant content when it comes to streaming services. So they're able to come in and take over some market. So Netflix is needing to reshuffle quite a few things for them to remain competitive. But anyway, so they're going to have some exclusive shows, but you're going to see a lot, especially with what Disney was doing, you're going to see Comcast coming out and doing a bunch of acquisition, especially for franchise and branding. And Comcast has some really, really deep pockets. So you can expect to see some kind of acquisition to make their service more appetizing for streaming customers. But again, in my opinion, I think this is going to be an uphill battle for Comcast. So anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and link the article here. This article and like articles are all over the place. This is a trending topic right now. So you're going to be seeing a lot of news agencies as of yesterday and today are going to be throwing this out there. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. Let me know in the chat below. And I will see you all later for my Power Network segment. That's from 2 p.m. To 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, where we talk about businesses and we talk about other channels and other creators and getting them more visibility on multiple platforms. So again, Jacob Billett, CEO of Billett Enterprise. This was a Trending Tuesday segment, and I will catch you next time.